Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel. That is DP moving his camera in the middle of my intro. My name is RevPro and we're here for another UK Indie review. And today we are reviewing Revolution Pro at the Copper Box on the 26th of August. And it is the 11th year anniversary show. But before we get into that, how are you, DP?
I am tired, exhausted. It's been a very long but very good weekend.
Yes, you were at 4 shows.
Yeah, 5 if you count the
All of
one
them.
after, but yeah.
4 of them. We'll be reviewing technically one of them in the podcast with All-In. Don't know what order we're releasing this. This might be the first review. I've always wrote Cabaret and some fancy show name.
The Hooked on Wrestling one, which is
There we go.
up there.
Whoa. Anyway, so we will kick off this wonderful review with a pre-show battle royale, which consisted of Danny Luna, Riho, Sky Smithson, Alexis Falcon, Chantal Jordan of the Cami Pro, Mercedes Blaze, Rain Leverkusen, I think, is it Rain?
Rain, yeah.
Maya Matthews and Sapphire Reed, and
There is.
Sky Blue.
Way! Yeah, that was a very surprising debut for F1. I think everyone in attendance. I don't think anyone saw it coming. We just thought, hey, you know what? They announced absolutely nothing for this. They announced, I think it was Danny, Maya, and Chantal. I think it was they announced.
Yeah, it wasn't many people that were announced. Like Chantal was first, and then pretty much there's a couple of maybe more.
Yeah, and then obviously last entrant, fucking Sky Blue.
Yep. So the surprises were rife.
Yeah, but
how was this match?
Yeah, the match was all right. I'll go through the list of eliminations because it's short anyway. So Mercedes is eliminated first by Sapphire Reed. Alexis eliminated by Rain. Rain eliminated by Alexis. Chantal eliminated by Sky. Spitzen, sorry. Maya eliminated by Sky Blue. Riho eliminated by Sky Smithson. Sky Smithson eliminated by Danny Luna. Sky Blue eliminated by Sapphire Reed. So your final two were Danny Luna and Sapphire Reed. Which is then won by Danny Luna, who eliminated Sapphire Reed last.
Subculture
For the win. I rated it 2.5 stars. It was a pre-show battle royal. It wasn't meant to be spectacular in any means.
Yeah, battle royals are hard to rate any higher, to be fair, because battle royals you can't really do much. Like you can't change. There's not much you can really change in a battle royal.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, everyone there got the chance to wrestle in front of, I think it was like 4,000 fans, which I'm sure is plenty in itself. Like, just to get a number of eyes on you as well. Like, I think Sky is probably the one who's used to it because of the AEW arenas, but
you'd hope.
Yeah,
if she's not used to it now, we've got.
But yeah, it was decent opener. No spectacular, but it's this up another contender in Danny Luna for champion. We'll get into that later, but yeah,
wonderful,
decent opener for the pre-show.
Okie dokie. So we will now get into the. I'm guessing this was the main show. So we're kicking off with a singles match of Dan Maloney, Driller Maloney, versus Leon Slater.
Correct. So technically, a case of your boy against my boy, London boy against Birmingham boy, but
yeah, my boy's better.
Wow. But on that note, Leon wins with the spontaneous 450 splash.
RevPros were terribly booked. Carry on.
I rated it 3.5 star. Very good opener. Lots of fast-paced action, but wasn't too focused on being a flip fest, which is what you would expect from someone like Leon. But because of Dan's style, he couldn't just do that. Which is something that I comment on in the Riot Camp show, but that's fine. We'll get to that in another video. Intensity was at a high rate here. It was very good work for both guys involved. That's what I have really. These two are phenomenal wrestlers, and yeah, put on a very good opener.
Well, that's good. It sounds like a good match. I'll be honest. Dan Maloney versus Leon Slater. So I will catch it when I can, as we've discussed earlier. So we'll move on to the second match of the night, which was for the RevPro Undisputed British Cruiserweight title, and it was a 6-way scramble match. So we had the champion, Connor Mills. Did he die?
And Dr. Mills. No.
No. If anyone doesn't watch any of the other RevPro things, that was just so random. Wild Boar, Robbie X, Kamikaze, Jordan Breaks, Callum Newman, and the Cruiserweight sensation, Shah Samuels.
Yes. So Sharp is apparently 204.5 pounds, so he just fits
Apparently.
in the cruiserweight category. But Conor Mills retains after stealing a pinfall following a Shah Samuels vintage moonsault on Callum Newman.
Jesus Christ.
So he hits the moonsault, Conor throws him out, pins Newman. I rated this 3.25 stars. My notes here were, was a scramble. Did scramble things. It's hard to keep track of everything because there's 6 guys going everywhere.
Was it a one in, one out kind of thing where someone hit a move, they'd roll out, the other person hit a move?
To begin with, it was like that, yeah. And then at certain points later on, it would be the same thing. But for the most part, it was a lot of, like, everyone split up into 2s.
Yeah.
So you had 2 in the ring, 2, and then 4 more outside the ring. Either, trying to recover or fighting someone else or whatever. The way some scrambles normally go.
Yeah.
It was a fun match though. Good work all round. I just thought it was a bit less than the opener, but it's a scramble. That's not going to be anything that really shines on anyone in this match.
Yeah, it's the trouble with having a scramble match. You have enough people in the match. Like, it's just, they're all good enough to have like singles matches separately, but you can't really have that many matches, especially with a card like this.
Yeah.
Cracking on, we've got the singles match of Kosei Fujita versus JJ Gale. Fun.
Yeah. Yes, we have Kosei Fujita, who's the young boy for TMDK, and also JJ Gale, who's recently come out of content. Well, not recently, but he's recently. I can't remember the word, but he's basically been out of like RevPro contendership for a little bit now, and he's trying to find his own footing since breaking up with Callum Newman as well in their tag team. So he's just trying to find his footing. But JJ wins here with a Boston Crab / Lion team. I think it's like Boston Crab. It was like fully locked in, like full in.
So far, like deep, yeah.
Yeah. I rated this 2.25 star. This was unfortunately the weak match of the night. Which unfortunately for JJ, Kosei was limited to the Young Lion moveset, which is just the way New Japan do things.
Yeah.
Which took away from the match itself. So you'd have JJ doing springboards and stuff, and then you'd have Kosei hitting a dropkick. Like,
yeah,
that's the sort of thing you got from this. Yeah, so it was 2.25. Like I said, it was just limited. Probably should have been on the pre-show, in all honesty. But
yeah, especially if you've got Sky Blue. Then again, it's the demand thing. No, dear, well, she could appear on. Well, we'll get there. So yeah, no, that's not an excuse.
But yeah, like I said, it wasn't. It was a good enough match. It was just limited.
So moving on from that one, then we'll have the tag team match of the Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finlay and Gabe Kidd with Gado, versus a unlikely team of Al Phantasmo and Katsuyori Shibata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something to be able to say you've seen Shibata wrestle live.
Yeah.
So yeah, ELP and Shibata win, following a roll up from ELP on Kidd while Shibata was holding Finlay back. So very typical tag team New Japan finish. I rated it 3 stars. I said it was primarily and rightly so a Shibata Appreciation Society moment. Every time he got in the ring, there was applause. He got in, and everyone sort of went up to him and was like, "Come on, hit me." It was like so the 3-game Kid who was constantly in Shibata's face, and then he'd always get in his face. He'd always get in his face and then run away, like to be like, "Oh, Bullet Club heel," but like, and then eventually it does get to the point where Shibata does like do the bitch maker on Kid, and like turns around. Fucking full on slap like it was really what's the word? Good to see. It wasn't really a fantastic tag match in itself. Like I said, it was mainly just for Shibata. But it was good. It was a good little mix of Bullet Club shenanigans and the good guys overcoming them. So it was good stuff all round, and it was kind of nice to not see Schwartz get the pin out of this. I appreciated the fact that ELP got it.
Yeah, it's because it makes sense, isn't it? Because LP's going to be around slightly in RevPro a bit more than Shibata's going to be around in RevPro. Shibata did his stint in RevPro, won a title.
Yeah,
I
I went to Japan.
Yeah. So we will move swiftly on to a match which I'm assuming you really enjoyed, which was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricky Knight Jr.
Gee, I wonder why I enjoyed this one.
Because you like Junior? No, that's a bad joke.
Do not say that.
I was going to say it. Yeah, it was a bad joke. Carry on.
Yeah, in the Battle of the Juniors, where the loser lost the junior name.
Battle of the RevPro Super Juniors.
But Zack wins with a body sleeper submission hold. As far as I'm aware, I think Ricky tapped out. I couldn't see it because I was high up. But he either tapped out or he passed out. He sort of fell. So I think he passed out rather than tapped out, but I could be wrong. But I rated it 4.5 stars. High amounts of intensity. Ricky Knight is leaning more into his not giving a shit phase. Since losing the world title to Great Khan through his uncle. And then embracing as well that he may not always be the guy who's liked, because in Rev Pro standing, he's not the guy. That's my colloquial. Meanwhile, Zack is leaning more into his comeback, Rev Pro, building his record and stuff like that to get back to where he once was within Rev Pro.
Top class, yeah.
Yeah, I mean he already is there, but he's just got to like build his record, like his standing. But yeah, this was a fantastic match. I loved it. Like I said, 4.5 stars. It was a perfect match of technician ring-based work mixed in with hard-hitting intensity. It was really good. These two blend really well, and I'm hoping we get a second match sometime in the future between these two.
Okay. I thought you said bled really well then. It was like Bloodfest.
No, blend.
And then we move on to a match involving the subculture. The team of Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews, and they're the reigning RevPro Universal Undisputed British Tag Team Champions. And they versed the Velocities, which is Jude London and Paris de Silva.
Yes. Velocities was coming in for just for their annual British tour, it seems like nowadays. Last year they fought Sunshine Machine for the tag titles. This year they fought Subculture for the tag titles. Subculture retain after Mark Andrews hit a shooting star splash on Jude. At least I think it was Jude. That's what I wrote. But when you're high, when you're up there, it's kind of hard to tell who's who between Paris and Jude because they wear similar gear.
So you're racist.
It's just the gear thing. So yeah, I rated this 3.75 stars. There's plenty of speed, plenty of tagging, plenty of tag team efficiency between both teams. Very good tag match. I know there's a lot of comments online about this being not both teams didn't do enough, or there wasn't enough here for these two teams to fully have a good all-out match. That wasn't what this was ultimately. Because post-match, Greedy Souls come out and make the save for the division in general. But no, I wrote another joke, but Greedy Souls come out basically because they believe Subculture and Velocity stole their moment, so they come out and basically say you can't have a fucking moment without us here, and then they just beat up both the Velocity and Subculture and stand tall with the titles. But for those who don't know, I'm a heavy fan for the Greedy Souls. I fucking love them so much.
Are you sure? You've never mentioned it.
But no, ignoring Greedy Souls out of this for the moment, this was a very good match, very good tag match. It hit all what I had to. And yeah, that's all I can say about it, to be honest. I enjoyed it. Velocity is another bad tag team to watch as well, so.
Yeah, both matches I've seen with them, they were very good. They're a 4.75 in both matches I've seen of them, so it's not a bad rating. So moving on to a battle of just people hitting the shit out of each other, probably. Tomohiro Ishii versus Luke Jacobs.
Yeah, fucking hell. So Ishii wins with the Brainbuster, as you would expect. It wasn't a vertical drop Brainbuster. It looked more like a tired, exhausted Brainbuster.
Yeah.
So I rated 3 3/4 stars. And you'll see a lot of 5-star reviews, 4 3/4 reviews, 6-star reviews for this match. Because naturally, it's two bigger guys, fucking sucking the shit out of each other with lariats and shit. But yeah, what I wrote here was 2 big men, 2 big arms, 2 big lariats, lots of 2s. But the match was more than a 2. It was a 3.75. It was brutal. It was insane. It was more than a match. It was a war between the pair of them. However, it's just not my thing. I like the match, but it's not my favorite kind of match. So that's the reason. That's the reason why I didn't rate it as high as other reviewers might have. Hell, you might watch it. You might watch it later and be like, "Oh shit, that's a 5-star." For me, it's not a 5-star. That's all.
I like big men hitting each other. That's what I like. I like Stan Hansen kind of just. That's why I like Gabriel Kidd, because that's all he fucking does. Is it?
But you'll see, there's a lot of 1 counts in the match as well, which kind of put up a little bit as well. There was a lariat, 1 count, lariat, 1 count, lariat, 1 count, lariat, 1 count.
Yourself to me, deeply.
I'm just saying, that's all. Before I get hate online for it.
You should.
No. But
At DPeasy, DPUIZY.
it's there.
Yep. Send all your hate to DPeasy.
Please don't. If you do, I'll just ignore you. Go for it. Actually. But yeah, that's all I have to really on that match.
On that fantastic match I've not even watched, but Cage Match is telling me to watch it. We're moving on to another title match, which is the RevPro Undisputed British Women's title. Challengers, Hyan, and Hardcore Country herself, Mickie James, versus Alex Windsor. I made that sound like a handicap match. Triple threat, by the way.
So yeah, before we get going with this one, I just want to say...
I've already got going.
No, I meant just into the review.
Okay.
Mickie James' theme's a fucking banger.
Narco Country.
I've heard it on TV, and it's not the same hearing it live. But yeah,
It's hardcore.
I don't know. I think it's about country, in my opinion. But so yeah, Alex Windsor retains with a small package over Hyan. I rated it 3 stars. It was a good match, but the crowd did take away from it in what was basically a hijacking of the match. For whatever reason, I think it was mainly in our section it started, but it started spreading around at the arena. There was a chant going around of hardcore country. So people were just chanting for probably about 3/4 of this match. Hardcore country! And then that was it. And then they just keep chanting hardcore country.
Because they love Mickie James?
I mean, yeah, but what about Alex Windsor and Hyan?
Hardcore Hyan? I don't know.
But, yeah, I mean, I thought the feud was between Hyan and Windsor, personally, but yeah, I mean, the match never really got the hype that it should have from the crowd because of the chanting. I feel bad for Mickie and Hyan and Alex, but none of them really got a chance to shine this match over the chanting, which sort of took precedence.
Yeah.
In a match that had nothing to do with a chant. So, yeah, it was 3 stars for me, but again, the match was taken away by the crowd for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Moving on to Hardcore Country. So we had a RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight title match. The challenger, Trent fucking Seven, versus Michael Oku.
You could do a bit more of an intro there, but...
No, it's Trent Seven. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay, so...
Bang, 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 bang.
So Michael Oku is here
Bang, 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 bang.
So Michael Oku is here with...
Carry on now, I'm done.
Okay, good. So Michael Oku is here with Amira, his girlfriend, wife. And Trent Seven is here with Levi Muir. No relation, obviously. But Trent comes out with a title belt. He's not champion. But
Real world champion.
basically when Oku won the title, Epic Encounter from Great Okan, Trent came out to congratulate him and basically knocked him out and stole the title.
Probably deserved
But the match itself, Oku wins with a half crab submission, so Trent does tap out.
Now we play.
Now we do. I rated 4.25 star. I never thought I'd see a Trent Seven match that I rated that high.
What do you mean?
But
Outrageous.
I'm not normally a fan of shenanigans in matches, but this match called for it, and I appreciate everything that went into this match. Levi, Muir, and Amira both getting involved on opposite sides was great. Amira getting put through a fucking table was great. The ref being knocked out was great. There's a lot of stuff that happened here that would normally be a downplay on everything else.
Yeah.
Everything complemented this because Trent Seven is, at least in RevPro, he's a chicken shit heel.
I've rated Trent 7 4 times above 4 stars, just so you know. Trent
Well,
fucking 7.
Well, this is 4.25, so this also counts. But yeah, the match itself, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great match here, great match for the world title. And we'll get to why I didn't main event. But yeah. Post match, by the way, as well. Sorry. Spike Trevay appears.
The Progress champion.
The Progress World Champion had a little vignette appeared on the screen, and then he last went out and he appeared behind Oku and Amira in the ring. He threatens to beat up Amira. He threatens to beat up Amira. And Oku, instead of going after him, falls to a knee. I didn't really get what that was, but that happens. And eventually Spike clears away, does nothing to Amira, and he leaves up the ramp playing mind games and stuff. Oku says, if you want a shot at this, you have to start from the bottom. So obviously that's not happening. We're absolutely going to get Spike and Oku at some point.
Will Spike still be champion?
Seeing him here, I don't think he is. Now, I think he loses to Kid Lycos at the next ballroom chapter in September.
Smart thing they need to do with that. I know this is not Progress, but they need to book Chris Brooks against Kid Lycos for the championship. Anyway, goes back.
Yeah, you're right. I hope we do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then as Oku's theme plays again, Spike's on the ramp, and he just smiles to him. Now we play. And that was how that ended.
And moving on to the main event of the evening. Shingo Takagi versus some guy called Will Ospreay.
Valid, yeah.
And Gideon Gray.
So Gideon Gray does his fucking amazing ring announcer gimmick for this.
Yeah.
He's fucking... He's weird, but he's a fucking great ring announcer.
Oh no, yeah, but I like Gideon Gray in general. Like I can get behind Gideon Gray.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Ospreay went. No, the noise on your side. Or that my side. I thought I noise on my side or your side.
Oh, there was music coming out of my thing. I was just checking something.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Right, sorry, but Ospreay wins with a Stormbreaker.
Apologies.
That's alright. No, Ospreay wins with a Stormbreaker. And I rated this 4 3/4 star. This was very close to a 5 star. Very close. Holy shit. That's what I wrote here, and that's the only note that I have written here, because I just forgot to update the notes. But these two never failed to have a barn-burning match.
Yeah.
I think this is the third time they fought now. In one-on-one action, I mean.
Yeah.
I think they had a match for the world title before, and then a match that was non-title as well. I think it was like the Super Juniors final in 2019, something like that.
Yeah, it would have been it would have been something like that, yeah.
But yeah, these two have always had amazing matches, and this was no different. Words cannot put into action what I mean, but when you watch it, or you read a review, or you listen to this review, or however you choose to watch your wrestling, or hear your wrestling, or whatever, these two are amazing, and these two will never fail to have a bad match.
Is that your final comment on it?
That is my final comment on the main event, and I have nothing
Okay,
else to talk about.
How was the show overall, DP? Let's forget what happened at the end.
But no, yeah, obviously, post match again. I just got to write it down, so I completely forgot about it for a second. But yeah, so Ospreay is celebrating the title. Then he's interrupted by Zack Sabre Jr. He comes out and says, "Right, Billy Boy, we're both champs, and you've got a UK title." And there's a show in the UK, October 14th, I think it is. At London in the Hallbox Arena, which is where we were
London.
at the time. We love London.
Gets wrong.
So basically, Raw Quest 3 is confirmed. Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. I think for Will's UK title, rather than Zack's TV title.
Okay.
But yeah, that's confirmed. And then Zack goes, and then Will talks to the crowd, and then suddenly through the crowd you can see this guy running. He's wearing a mask and shit, and you think it's some sort of fan.
I mean, a guy, Bushi.
Yeah, fucking Bushi comes into the ring.
Yeah.
I didn't know the mask at first because again, far away. But some guy rushes into the ring and he just attacks Ospreay for no reason. There's no security, no nothing.
Yeah, Bushi attacks Ospreay for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then in a strange event, we see Bushi unmasked for the first time in like ever. Yeah. And it's not. I get this right. It wasn't fucking Bushi.
It was Hiromu Takashi.
No, it was fucking some guy called Chris Jericho.
Who?
Apparently,
I know Lionheart.
I think he's got a band or something. I don't know.
Oh, the singer.
Yeah. You know, they sang like Painless and stuff.
Yeah.
I hope they're called that band, but yeah.
He sang that song "Looking Through the Glass." How much time has passed, and it feels like forever. Anyway, yeah, Chris Jericho is there. Let's actually big it up now.
Yes, yes, fucking hell. Chris Jericho comes out, fucking attacks Will Ospreay. Has some, and obviously with the mask on, we don't know necessarily who it was, but we all knew who it was. But confirms it with the code breaker. Then unmasks. Holy shit, it's Chris Jericho. Yeah, then he just picks him up, hits him with a juice effect. And then that's not all. Because then we get fucking Aussie Open.
Okay.
They come out to make the save, and then Jericho runs off, basically. And then they help Will up to his feet, and then Will continues the promo. And then basically it turns from, hey, you guys are great, to fuck Chris Jericho. I'm gonna kill him at Wembley.
And did he kill him at Wembley? You'll find out on the podcast. This is probably out after the podcast. So this was pointless spiel.
So should we do a version where we just do confirm if he does it or not?
No, fuck it. So how was it overall, DP?
Overall, fantastic show. Fantastic in-ring action. Fantastic just like storyline progression as well for certain things. Title reigns. I don't think any title changed hands. I mean, one technically did because Oku did. Well, Oku wasn't holding the title, but
Yeah, nothing changed hands, did it? Think about it, yeah.
yeah, there's no titles that changed hands, so a little bit surprising for an anniversary show, but nothing too surprising.
And how was the meet and greet?
The meet and greet was fantastic. I didn't think we were getting into that.
I was asking about it.
Yeah, it was alright. I was with a friend, and I was with my friend's first time, and then they were too nervous, so I basically led them in. It was just, you know how it is a meet and greet. It's like you just meet the wrestlers, they say hi, you say hi, you get a photo.
I've never been to a meet and greet. I've met wrestlers, as in like when they're at tables, but I've never actually went to a specific meet and greet.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, it works almost the same way, except this is all organised and it isn't like, hey, buy my merch, you know?
Okay, so pretty much just normal.
But
did you meet everyone you wanted to meet?
I met everyone, and I guess I'll edit pictures in for my future self when I'm editing this. Boom, 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 boom. Look at those ones there. But yeah, I met a few people. I met fucking Mickey James. I met Katsuro Shibata. Who else? I met Zack Jr. with Osprey.
Peter?
Shingo Takagi.
Alex Windsor?
No. Trent was meant to be there, but he wasn't there for whatever reason. I don't know.
That's weird. Phantasmo?
He was there. Yes,
Did you meet him?
I did meet him. Yes.
Sky Blue? Was she there?
Imagine the sport surprise of her being there. But no, I didn't. But I did meet Subculture, and they are fucking lovely people.
Yeah, no, they were really nice. Subculture.
Yeah, so talking about like bands and stuff, like some Britpop and all that. It was really fun.
Probably end this now.
Yes.
So as usual, like and subscribe. This really helps us out. Our subscribers are building. It's only going to take us 5 years to get to 1,000. 5 long years. I'm going to be like this every video now. 5 years. Comment down below where you want DP to go next. He will go wherever you ask him to go. That's how we're doing this now. Kumite has ended. Ask me where you want to go, because I need to travel once per month. Luckily, Progress is in Birmingham this month, so I get to travel back 40 minutes. But next in October, I'm going to have to flip travel somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Anything
I've
you
only
want to
got.
bring up, DP?
Yeah, sorry, I've only got one thing planned September and one thing October. So September I've got Purpose planned. September night at Wimbledon and which is London, and October 14th World Quest 3, which is what I'm going to. I actually bought tickets today.
You need to get on the hype wrestling, DP. You need to view some wrestling.
To do some
Get down to
wrestling.
places. Pro East London or whatever it's called.
Pro Wrestling East.
That's the one.
Yeah, down in Camden. Camden?
No.
Fucking what's it called? Cambridge, sorry.
Yes, go there. Mush.
I'm going to at some point. It's absolutely happening. It's not. If it happens not this year, it'll be early next year. But it's definitely happening soon.
Fucking just need to go everywhere. I want to see you Kumite next year.
Oh, it's happening. Don't worry. It's
And
happening.
Wrestle Carnival this year.
I mean, I've made suggestions for Carnival, but yeah.
Yes. But anyway, that's the end of the review. I'm going to be filming a one straight after this. Goodbye, everyone.
See you guys. Peace.
Oh, yeah.